It is one of the most hotly anticipated lists every single year. We're talking about the YouTube Rewind. What tops the list for us Canadians in 2016? What were we looking at? Here to take us through, and thank you so much for giving us the first on this, is the one and only Nicole Bell with YouTube Canada. So I want to start with the most watched videos from 3 to 1 and build our way up.
Okay.
One involves something called So You Want to Move to Canada.
So this was a clip from the Ellen Show, and interestingly, around all of the presidential debates this year, we saw huge spikes in searches on Google for how to move to Canada. And so the Ellen Show took that and ran with it. They created an amazing clip kind of showing, you know, a guy, he's sort of set with the House of Parliament behind him, kind of giving Americans some tips on what it's like in Canada, with the punchline that, oh, we're not sure that we want you to move to Canada. Keep yourselves to yourselves. So it was obviously a great clip that caught a lot of Canadians' attention. You could see it there.
Taking the silver and coming in at number 2 is Adele's Carpool Karaoke.
Carpool Karaoke is a monster on YouTube. James Corden is the most watched late night host on YouTube. And it was interesting. This year we saw, late night show views on YouTube nearly doubled in the past year alone. So Adele's clip, fantastic. You know, she sang the Spice Girls. She did a Nicki Minaj rap. And I think, one of the biggest stars in the world giving so much of her time in this hilarious way, a totally different side of Adele for us to see.
He's also hosting, as we mentioned yesterday, the Grammys. And
yes.
It's funny because this isn't an original idea, yet his seem to really have steam because he has so much energy and
so
love
much charisma.
for it.
And he's also a great singer. Like, he started on Broadway. So, he starts singing with Adele and harmonizing with her. And she has this great face in the video where she's like surprised by the fact that that he's such a great singer. So they have wonderful chemistry.
Okay, coming in at number 1, Channing Tatum and Beyonce's Who Run the World. And it's funny again because you have Adele versus Beyonce on YouTube just as you have in the Grammys.
Exactly. This was a fantastic clip from Lip Sync Battle. As you can see, Channing Tatum there, dancing up a storm. This was a great clip because it was Channing versus his wife, Jenna Doolin Tatum. And for her number, she brought out Paula Abdul. Oh, and he trumped her by bringing out the Queen Bee herself, Beyonce. So this was a clip that sent Canadians for that water cooler moment to YouTube. Something we were all talking about, sharing, liking. It was just a really, really great, fun moment on YouTube.
Sasha piercing it and killing it. Okay, let's take a look at Lilly Singh. We love her. She is the only Canadian to amass, what is it now, 10 million?
10 million, yeah. Lilly had a giant year on YouTube in 2016. She's Canada's biggest YouTube star. 10 million subscribers she hit this year. She also wrote her first book, which will come out in 2017. She also taught The Rock how to become a YouTube star. So
crazy.
She and Dwayne Johnson are friends in real life, and when he decided he wanted to launch his own YouTube channel, Lilly was the person he turned to. They did a hilarious video together where, she suggests maybe it would help if she kissed him to teach him how to become a YouTube star, and one that sent, obviously, Canadians loved this video and went back and watched it again and again.
A Toronto connection for the most watched music video, which is Work,
by Rihanna and Drake. They had a huge year in Toronto. She performed with him at OVO Fest. They had a secret date at Ripley's Aquarium, but it was when they took over The Real Jerk to film their video for Work that, Canadians just loved this video this year. So great to see a Toronto landmark represented in that, and also directed by Director X, who's also from Toronto. Yeah. So some great Toronto connections there.
And of course, the most watched trailer was not Rogue One. It was something shot very much in our front yard.
It was right down the street on Yonge Street, which was The Suicide Squad. So a highly anticipated film of this year. This trailer in particular, it was going to be our very first glimpse of Jared Leto as the iconic villain, the Joker, and it really delivered on that. I think for Canadians, it was also really great because they got to see Will Smith striding down Yonge Street in the middle of a disaster sequence. So that was one that definitely sent Canadians looking this year.
Hometown pride, definitely. Okay, and then we want to look at Fifth Harmony. They have been taking over the charts. They do so well during all the different award shows throughout the year. And where do they come in terms of their, is it the video, Work From Home?
Yes, so Work From Home was the second most viewed video in Canada on YouTube. And again, another video done by Director X. So he was responsible for Hotline Bling last year, the Work video, and Fifth Harmony. So he obviously knows what makes a viral hit when it comes to music videos.
He's been on our show, and he said he loved working with the girls, and they wanted to do something different because, they were looking at a beautiful sort of modern mansion. And he said when he had this idea, people were like, really, you think it's going to work actually being on a construction site? And it did. It was so fresh and so sexy.
Popular. Yeah, and people loved it. And it's, good-looking girls, good-looking guys, and a really fun, high-energy video.
Yeah, memorable for sure. Where do we get more information for the rest on the nice and huge list?
Check it out on YouTube. YouTube/rewind. It's going to be, we'll have all the playlists up today, and you'll be able to go back and relive the year that was on YouTube.
Awesome. And then we'll find out, where did Pineapple Pen make it on that list? Right now we're going over to Kev.